What up? I'm Alan, and today we're going to be pulling out one of my favorite old school NES games from my collection for a short review. Short! This is Shadowgate, and you're watching OMRPG. Welcome to the first episode of my From the Vault series, where I pull some of my favorite games from my collection for a quick review. Today's game has been one of my favorites since I got it as an old man in 1989. This was actually my first point-and-click adventure game, and it kind of changed my perspective on what can be done in video games for the future. Previous to getting Shadowgate, most of the games on the market and the games that I had were kind of like platformers, action-adventure games, more action than anything, you know, shoot-em-ups, stuff like that, beat-em-ups. And so a game like this, a point-and-click adventure, was unnervingly slow at first. But once you get through that initial hump of like, wow, where's the action? The greatness sets in. The exploration and puzzle solving made for absolutely some of the most intriguing gameplay on a modern system at that time. You travel from room to room, picking up items and solving puzzles, and while that sounds fairly simple, it's most definitely not. A lot of the puzzles have extremely cryptic, raging clues and can require you to use or combine items that are found 10 or so rooms away. Some of these freaking items you don't even know you can pick up or find, you know, being hidden in small little places of the room that you can barely see, especially on an old school CRT TV. I mean, come on, those things are, they were very small. And even sometimes you need to open certain objects by casting a spell that you learn from finding scrolls and reading them, and it's kind of hard. This is not an easy game, but figuring out a puzzle can be one of the most rewarding feelings ever. The story is fairly simple, as is expected of the times of when this game was released, like 1834 or some junk. I'm old. You start the game waking up after being abducted by some real piece of crap druid who can't be bothered to do his own dirty work and sent you into Castle Shadowgate to stop some evil and powerful wizard from summoning some kind of massive behemoth that will destroy the world. Like, what the heck, man? Why I gotta do this? I was just chilling on the couch and some junk, and now I gotta go through this castle and fight this all-powerful wizard thing? Are you kidding me? Fine. I'll do it. Just not gonna be happy about it. The graphics for Shadowgate were pretty freaking awesome for the NES. That stands for Nintendo Eats Souls, I'm pretty sure. And pushed the use of the very limited amount of colors you can view at once to its limits. The sets are all well detailed and look absolutely amazing. At that early age of this creature we call Alan, that's me, I was absolutely drawn into the world of Castle Shadowgate. The characters you face were all extremely unique and full of personality, and they for sure helped solidify your immersion into the story. Now, the music in Shadowgate is probably one of my favorite video game soundtracks of this era. I mean, listen to some of these jams. Yeah, boy! That's some tasty ship! Before playing this magical, pun intended, magical, game again for the first time since the 80s, I could already hear several of these tracks in my mind, even not having heard them for like 3 decades. Holy f***, I'm old! And that's a testament to the longevity of a well-written video game score. That stuff's important. What else is there to say about Shadowgate? I probably spent $50 more on the Nintendo helpline getting tips for this game. Sorry, Dad. And I remember me and my best bud Mike stayed up long hours trying to finish it. I don't think we ever beat it as kids, but with the wonderful thing that is the interwebs, I was able to use an awesome walkthrough and finally beat the game that we played for months in about 2 hours. Yeah, I don't think we were necessarily dumb kids, were we? Probably were. There's also a remake of this game that adds to the original with new rooms and puzzles, as well as gorgeous updated graphics. This game is available on almost everything you can play games on, and for sure worth buying and playing it if you're interested in this type of game. It's not just a remake though, so don't expect to play through this one using the same guide as the NES version. Alright, that's it for this episode of From the Vault. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and hit that like button. Until next time, peace!